We are the nerds of the apocalypse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nerds of the Apocalypse.
Nerds!
Got a full house today, man. I don't think we've ever had 6 people on the cast at once. No, I'm surprised Trex is even here.
I wanted to sleep.
I'm, of course, Stevie B. Alongside me today is...
Showtime.
Beth.
Trex.
I want my own nickname.
Well, right now it's Bennett.
It's Pat now.
Pat.
Now
Yeah, whatever.
We'll make one for you.
Preach. Prospects don't get names.
They get ones of, questionably male or female gender.
It's Pat.
Oh, I get it. 'Cause it's Pat.
Oh, SNL.
We'll give you a name later.
She also has short hair, and some pictures look like a dude. But
Are you saying that because Bennett has short hair?
no, I'm talking about Pat Benatar.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know who Pat Benatar
She
is.
sang
A singer
songs.
from the 80s.
You should know. Your
Oh
wife.
my God.
Your wife
Your
said-
best shot?
Yeah, your
Oh,
wife.
hit me with
That's
your
it.
best
Yeah.
shot. Why is that not on Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom
It
Pain?
might be. We just haven't gotten there
Ooh.
yet. And by the way, if you get the PC version, it can be.
Oh, that's right.
Ta-da!
So we're really here because of Force Friday, but you want to do a quick weekend geek? I think
It's never quick.
I know it's never quick. Well, I mean, he hasn't been here for like a month.
He
That's
was in
why
the
it's
last
not
one.
heavy quick.
I wasn't here for
Quick.
the that
It's like a
big
quick.
Quick.
Quick, whenever I eat these things.
We can skip weekend geek if you want. Do you want to talk real quick about Metal Gear Solid? Since you playing that a little bit,
I guess. Yeah, sure.
just like you made me play Final Fantasy 14, I made you play Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, but you stopped playing Final Fantasy 14. I still play Final Fantasy 14.
I haven't stopped playing. I still play.
He played the car.
You better get
You
to
what?
you
You
better
have
get to
a
50.
month left?
You better get to 50 before my that time runs out.
I've got about
That way you can at least get the Heaven Sword content and be like, okay, this is actually fun.
okay. I got about 3 weeks left, and once the 3 weeks are up, there's a subscription for only one character, and it's only like $11 a month. So I'll just probably jump on that. That's not too bad.
And never play it again.
No, I like that. Now, Guild Wars never play again. That whole thing, Showtime Gaming, well, he's absolutely right.
Did you
free
tell
to play
anybody
now.
about that?
After I played Guild Wars once, and I made the video on it that I put on the channel, I haven't played it since.
Yeah. So
It's free to play now.
Yeah.
Is it really?
The base game, the Heart of Thorns expansion, you still have to pay for,
Okay.
but the base game itself is free to play.
Well, I made a mistake. Like, you haven't made
You did.
game purchase mistakes before. Showtime.
Let's see. Sometimes I still jump on Dragon Ball Z, but rarely.
You just bought the Master Chief Collection.
I did, and I can't get on that. I didn't think I was gonna get on this week because I thought I was gonna be at my aunt's house for 10 days. But yeah, I would play that before I go to bed. You saw me playing it the other day.
Yeah, you're right.
We're talking about bad purchases now because I'm really pissed I'm not in Atlanta right now.
Oh, that's right.
Damn.
He paid for a 3-day pass to Dragon Con.
It was 4. I paid for the entire weekend
Oh.
for $75
Why didn't you go?
because I cannot afford the gas and the hotels were just so damn expensive.
I
Can't-
slept in my car.
You could stay with Wales. We have a buddy named Wales. You know Wales.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not like that. If you were there, I would have definitely done it. But
So, couldn't you have sold your pass to somebody else?
nope, it's in my name.
Oh.
I have to be there physically to hand in my ID to get my badge. I was gonna go today, but because of bills popping up that were not supposed to pop up, I could not even afford to go today.
I thought he was about to play the podcast for a second. Y'all, did y'all get that vibe? I was gonna be like,
I did
oh,
get that vibe for a second.
Oh no! I would have definitely skipped the podcast for it.
Oh, well.
In his
It's not the
defense, I
podcast
would have too.
Yeah, me too.
It's not the podcast fault I'm here. It's
I would have just like 30 minutes in the car and just put the phone on and yeah, just have something.
I mean, for God's sake, Stephen DeMille and John Barrowman. There's actually a picture of John Barrowman in a TARDIS dress that he did on stage this morning.
Isn't he wearing a corset in another picture?
Yeah.
Is he? Never mind.
Yes,
Yeah,
Okay.
he's gay.
he's the guy that I walked in on at North Carolina Comic Con.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, you know John Barrowman is,
He's
right?
the guy who plays the Dark Archer?
Yeah.
Yeah, Merlin.
He was at North Carolina Comic Con. I was standing in line to get what's her name?
It was
Emily
Felicia-
Baker Cards?
No, the girl who.
Fiona Staples.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Fiona Staples.
Fiona Staples. I was getting her to sign Saga books, and the line was so long, but I was right up front, and I sat there for like 2 hours. I made Showtime stay with me. And I like lean on him and stuff, and I would sit there and be like, all right, 10 seconds this time, and I would like lean on him, and I go, what?
No, that's not how long it was. It was.
And so I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Will you guys, I talked to people around me, I was like, would you guys mind holding my spot? They're like, sure. And so I was like, can I go out this door, like, right here? And there's no signs on it. And I go out the door, and that is right where they had John Berman signing autographs. And, like, there was a line of people, like, that way. And I just come to the doors, and everybody looks at me. And I was like, I was looking for the bathroom. Sorry. Well, I didn't know I could have come out this way. So, but he looked at me. We locked eyes. This guy missed an opportunity to meet him and shake hands and everything.
I was working at a booth for my buddy Sean.
You were working at a booth for your buddy Sean.
Giggity. and we were busy all morning, and so he's like, Mike, why don't you go ahead and just walk around, take a break? So I'm like, sure. I went to the Valiant booth, talked to them a little bit, and when I came back, Sean deeply apologized because sure enough, like not even a minute after I left, John and his sister walked up to the booth and bought stuff, and I could have been there to shake his hand, hug him, and say how much I miss him on Doctor Who.
There you go. And Bennett started working at Punk Monkey. It's actually, I have to be honest with you, Bennett, it's actually in our Punk Monkey contract for you to be on the podcast today. That's why I invited you. No, I'm just kidding.
So legally obligated.
No, okay. And me and Showtime have been playing Metal Gear Solid 5, and it is excellent.
It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
It's for sure good.
Except for the freaking research and development platform target practice is bullshit.
Because you can't find the targets.
Usually there's a pattern to things, but there's no pattern to this. I watched the video on it, and there's no pattern.
You just gotta find them before the time runs out. Anyway. It's really there's not many cutscenes though. Like generally Metal Gear Solid is like, hey, this is a 10-hour game, 6 of it cutscenes. But this is like the complete opposite of that. And you pretty much listen to the story through tapes that play while you're playing the game. You can start the tapes and you can keep playing. And you just listen to what they have said off camera, if that makes sense. Like when you first get back to your base and things like that. So I think that's a unique take. I never really played anything that's like that, where you get the full story. And you should listen to it because it's Keith Sutherland, Jack Bauer as Snake this time.
Yeah. Wasn't he Snake in Peace Walker too? Didn't he do the voice?
Not Peace Walker in Ground Zeroes.
Yeah, that's right.
The one that came out a while ago. So.
Oh yeah, I still have that on my PlayStation 4.
It's good. It's a good game, and they have like music and stuff, and you have to get extracted all the time with the helicopter, and you could set music to play, like your helicopter can blast music. And the game takes place in the 80s, so my helicopter flies in, it's like, take on me, take on me. And it's just really funny. But Showtime got the PC version because you could put your own music into play. And I think that's what his turn was to get the game, because Kotaku shared a video of a guy that put America,
fuck yeah,
here to save, and it is hysterical because then you get in the chopper, it doesn't fly away right away. You like get the gun, and it's just like blasting in the background.
Just like starts like America.
Yeah.
Just
you can call it in to do like support fire for you, so like it'll fly around and it'll still blast the music.
That's cool.
One guy did the John Cena's intro.
It's so funny.
Oh my god!
It's so funny.
He was totally playing it up to. He like waited to go like ham on everybody. He was like, "Ooh." He runs out, starts shooting everybody, sucking. By the way,
it was great. And
that's the new internet thing. Is like you have a line of dialogue, and all of a sudden just cues John Cena.
Just like that here Funny or Die thing.
Yeah. And
Fistwolf was a man.
There was one.
I had to stop watching that, but I watched most of it, and I was like, "What am I watching?"
And his name was John Cena.
Such a great idea. Have you seen that? Funny or Die was like, all right, we're gonna make a cartoon with what you say, and so people just put in the comments, and like each comment, they did another scene in the cartoon, and it was absolutely.
I've seen the link for it. I just haven't watched it.
It was ridiculous.
Chicken nugget poop is cool.
And
I'll die.
And then someone made there's a techno version of Arnold screaming "Get to the chopper" from Predator, and so someone put that on there. It's like, "Get to the chopper, boom, 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 get to the chopper." It's so funny. What is that? Golden Girls gets the XXX parody no one ever wanted.
Jesus.
What do you mean that no one ever wants? I want that.
That's cheeseburger.com.
Triple X as in dirty or Triple X as in the Vin Diesel movie?
No, Triple X isn't dirty. Don't act like you ain't gonna watch it, Beth.
I am.
Probably.
Click.
That's right.
Thank you for being more than a friend.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That was perfect. That was so good.
He even rubbed his shoulder.
Beth, you're out. Bennett, you're in. Check
You only have one B name on here.
all right, so let's get to what we came here for Force Friday. Right.
Screw that. I spent $105. I was only supposed to spend like 15.
I think everybody spent way more than what they planned on for Force Friday. I think is what happened.
yeah.
No.
No, you're right.
Thank you, Breach.
Well, if you're listening or watching this, me and Preach did a video. I took Preach out with me, and we went around to Target and to Walmart. And Target, I got lucky. I listened to another podcast. It's called Rebel Force Radio. It's all Star Wars stuff. And they did a 4-hour podcast. From each time zone in the country, they had someone that was reporting live from different stores on their midnight launches.
That's neat.
And it was really cool. And general consensus was there is nowhere close to enough product. The second guy that did it was at a Toys R Us, and there was 150 people in line, and they let people in 20 at a time. And the first 20 people are the ones that got anything good. Everything else was gone. Like, they got all the 3 3/4 figures, and they got all the 6-inch Black Series. And so all that was left was like the plastic lightsabers and the titanium stuff. And it was bad. And that was like the general consensus from everywhere, is that no one get anything. I don't know why. Preach tonight? Well, kind of think about it. You know, they didn't have a midnight launch. And if they don't have a midnight launch, everyone's going to work. And we got there early. Like, we got there... Because I left work early.
Like 3 o'clock?
Yeah. So I left work at 2 o'clock I got someone to cover for me. And I'm thinking... And I got the last of them. Like, I got the last of the Black Series 6-inch figures. So...
You're welcome, by the way.
Oh yeah. That's well, we'll talk about it here on the video. We were in Target, and we go to the toy aisle, nothing left. And we're just like... There's I mean, take that back. There was a lot of stuff left, but not... what I really wanted was the Kylo Ren 6-inch figure and the Stormtrooper 6-inch figure. Those are the two I wanted. And there's nothing on the toy aisle. We found the pegs, and they were all empty. And there were some 3 1/4.
Yeah, the smaller ones were
3
there.
3/4 figures left. Not that many though. There wasn't.
Lego stuff was there. They had plenty of Lego
It's
stuff.
because Lego is so expensive that people just can't afford to buy Lego stuff. I want the Poe Dameron X-Wing though. That thing looks so cool. It's like $50 though. The Millennium Falcon's like $150.
It was 120 at the Target I was at. Like, I remember getting the Millennium Falcon, the original Lego one back in... I saw the first time I ever saw it was I was in New York in 2004, and I saw the price. It was like $60-something, and I saved up money for like the next month, just doing whatever I could for that, and I got it. Like, and it was so like I was just thinking about all the prices back then and now. It pisses me off, like, because you could have gotten a Millennium Falcon for half the price.
I read that if you owned gold and you had stock in Lego, you have more money if you had stock in Lego currently.
Yeah, I believe it.
Which is ridiculous.
I mean, once Lego started doing merchandise for the movie franchises and comic book franchises, they skyrocketed.
Oh yeah, as soon as they created their little Ninjago characters, and
Yep.
they started picking up Marvel and DC Lego sets, Star Wars, Star Trek. I think they got some.
Harry Potter.
Pretty much Ninja Turtle. I mean, did you say that? Or you said that?
No.
And they got all the games. Like, all the games are wildly popular. I haven't seen someone goes, man, that Lego game sucked.
No.
The only issue I have with Lego games is they're not online co-op. That really just boggles my mind.
Yeah, the split screen does get horrible.
I'll never forget the time I played Marvel Superheroes with Showtime. He got so angry.
It was so stupid.
Because it
It didn't even, like, just stay, like, diagonally cut. It would move.
Yeah,
so even if you were, like,
don't-
you're jumping on this point, you get pushed down. Like,
Oh, yeah, I remember.
why would you do that? It looks cool.
There'll
Get your
probably
ass
be,
over here.
there'll probably be a Lego Star Wars Episode 7 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sequel trilogy.
I think it's already
Yeah,
on the
it might be
phone.
till after it's over. Anyway, so there's nothing, and when we first walked in, it said check the seasonal aisle for more, and I didn't think about that. And he's like, the preacher's like, the seasonal aisle is right down here, like.
I said it a few times.
And I was just like, shut up. And I'm still looking for it. Maybe someone shoved something behind something.
He's like, shut up, I'm looking.
And he goes, I'm going. And so he starts walking over there, and then I walked over there, and it was like Star Wars heaven, dude. It was just like, oh.
The same thing happened in
I was-
Target, yeah.
I was like, oh my god, look at this. Look at all this stuff.
And he was like, there's a Black Series. So I started grabbing them. And I was like, what all do you need? He's like, there should be 5. So I was like, all right, here's 1. That one's different. 2, 3. That one's different. 4, 5. There. All 5 of them.
And at the same point in time, there was a dad there with us who followed us to the seasonal section. I think it was because of us he got there. And he wanted the Black Series too. And I think there was a second Kylo Ren and a second Stormtrooper that because he just pulled them all out for me. So I had like 7 figures, and I was just like, so I gave him the Stormtrooper, gave him the Kylo Ren, and he was super excited. And he had 2 kids with him, and it was so funny because it was clearly not there for his kids at all.
Yeah.
Like he just
They were like on the aisle playing somewhere. And
He was
he's
like-
digging through everything.
He was like, here, I got you this Hot Wheels Millennium Falcon. Go somewhere.
And he was like tearing the thing up trying to find it. So it was pretty cool.
So he left it. But that was it. There was one Finn 6-inch figure left. And that was it. And everything else was gone at 3 o'clock. So I'm really glad I left work early. And I was only going to buy 2. But the whole set being there, it's almost, and I told Heather this, I said, it's almost destiny for me to have all the 6-inch
You
figures.
literally used those words, didn't you?
Oh, without a
Oh,
shadow
we
of
did.
I used the word destiny when I got Marvel Heroes 2.0. There's Disney Infinity 2.0.
Yeah, when he
Because on Craigslist, I sold it for, we'll get to that. I sold it for, the guy was selling it for 45, and I was like, will you take, I think it was 25 or 30 for it, because it'd been up there for like 2 weeks. He said yes. Then I looked at his address, and he lived in my apartment complex. I said, hey, this is destiny for me to get this right now. Then he gave me the up and down. That's the guy that gave me the up and down. Did I tell you about that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I
Did I
remember.
tell you about that? Bennett?
He's new. He
Oh,
should
yeah.
know because he heard it on the podcast.
He probably doesn't watch or listen.
I do.
I'm
mess-
usually here for him. I didn't remember this.
Well, so I go. He's a military guy, and I go to his house, and I knock on the door. I have Heather on speakerphone in my pocket just in case he kills me, and because it's Craigslist.
Your anxiety is.
I know. You never know.
Nice.
And so he hands me a box. Got the 3 figures in it, and I got my Star Wars shirt on. I'm so excited. And he hands it to me. He's like, "Yeah, man, the kids come over. They just don't really play anymore." And I was like, "Thanks, man." We shook hands. He's like, "Well, I hope your kids enjoy it." And then he looks at me and goes, "Or whoever." And I was like, "This guy just gave me the up and down, dude," and determined that this is more than likely for me because I am a fat guy wearing a Star Wars shirt with those glasses. Yeah, this is for him.
And was he correct?
It was for both of us.
Oh,
She plays
yeah.
it with me sometimes
Mm-hmm.
when I don't want to progress in the story because she sucks.
I won't lie. When the Star Wars one, since it's already out, we were actually talking about going halvesies on.
Yeah, we totally.
I want to play it.
And it's only $65, but it only comes with 2 figures. That's why it's $65. But if you get the PlayStation 4 pack, it's like $100. But you get both stories. You get the because the original trilogy pack story isn't out yet. So you get the Clone Wars story, you get the original trilogy story, and then you get Boba Fett, who's not out yet either. All that stuff is going to be out. The reason why I'm struggling with buying Disney Infinity right now is because I found out at the end of the year they're going to be re-releasing the same figures, but when you put the figures on the board, their lightsabers light up. So why am I going to rebuy figures? Because I'm going to buy them. Why would I rebuy figures that I already own? Imagine trying to get that past Heather.
Destiny.
I wouldn't
No,
know.
that's, you can't play that card.
Yeah, there's no way. No. You're not a chance I can play that card. But it looks really cool. But it's... And all the Clone Wars voice actors came back for the Clone Wars story, which is so cool. and Darth Maul's a part of it
It's
somehow.
because Disney paid them a lot of money.
Well, Disney rules the world.
They will soon.
That's right. So I got 16 Blackberries. Should we pop them up with the camera, you think?
No, we'll show everything at the end because everybody's got their stories.
That's true.
So.
You're right. And I got Beth a 8-foot.
8 foot? No, he's not.
I got Beth an 8-foot man to take home with her. I got Beth a 8-inch. I think it's 8 inches. Is he
Man to take home.
Oh, whoa!
See what you did there.
Boom. I think it's either 8 or 12.
Yeah! To take home with it tonight?
This story's getting better.
I can't even. Okay.
Okay.
Trooper.
Yeah!
Yeah!
I got Steven Aftermath.
Yeah.
Yeah! The book.
Yes.
To take home with me tonight.
It was the last one, so I scooped it up.
And it, never mind. Well, yeah, I'll say it. It's so thick. It's like that thick, and then Lost Stars, the other one that was there, is like that thick. But the one that's not as thick is more expensive. And then then there's Han, Leia. I think he got some catnip in his nose. There's a Luke, Leia, and Han book that also came out, and they're just short stories. But I got all those too. I was supposed to spend $15. Really, it was $116, but then I got a $10 coupon. So
Destiny.
You forgot the most important things you bought.
Oh yeah, so there were some. I had Stevie B on speaker on FaceTime. So
I was like, maybe they restocked. Get me on FaceTime. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going over, showing everything that I was gonna get, and then I saw these candy bowls. And one of their Darth Vader's head and the Stormtrooper's head. And I was like, man, I wish they were dog bowls. I'd get them for Vader. And then Steve was like, why can't they be? I was like, why can't they be? So I bought them. So now Vader has a Darth Vader bowl to eat out of and a Stormtrooper bowl to drink out of.
Nice.
They are plastic,
awesome.
though, so I have to make sure I clean them all the
there,
time.
Yeah.
So
That's
he
cool.
likes them.
All right, Beth, what'd you pick up on Force Friday? You just hit the internet.
Yeah, I ordered everything online.
What'd you get?
I got bed sheets.
I
Yeah.
am kind of
Excited
jealous
about
of that, actually.
Yeah,
Bed
she made a Facebook status that was like, am I too old for Star Wars bed sheets?
wonder
And I
if
was
I
like, you're never too old for Star Wars bed sheets. Never.
Yeah. I got bed sheets, a pair of pajama pants, a cup, and a book.
What book?
That one that's about Bane.
Oh,
That
Darth
one.
Vader.
Yeah. And then when me and Heather went last night, I got the Lego figure and the Stormtrooper helmet that you could paint yourself.
Yeah, it's very cool. I was telling Beth, she doesn't watch Rebels. I said that's a big throwback to Sabine.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, she wears Mandalorian armor, and she like tags the Rebel. Well, it's not quite. It's pretty much Rebel Alliance thing. It's just a little bit different. And then she takes Stormtrooper helmets and like paints on them and stuff, and spray paints. And even her Disney Infinity figure has her foot on a painted Stormtrooper helmet.
Yeah.
To
I'm going
do
to do mine
hair.
like a sugar skull. Because that's what Heather suggested. I was like, yeah, I got to do it.
That'd be perfect.
Well, they had the 10. Remember, I almost got the 10.
I almost got that too.
The Sugar Skull Stormtrooper helmet?
Mhm.
Yes. I was like, oh, I don't.
And it had gummies inside it. Oh, it was,
I had candy in it. I was like, this is cool.
So you got bed sheets, you got the Lego. We can show the Lego real quick. It's right behind you.
This?
Yeah. So we were talking. I don't know if it'll come to fruition, but buying a bunch of these and like doing videos with them, just real stupid stuff.
Stop motion.
Well, not stop motion. What's that YouTuber?
some random guy.
Some random guy.
Yeah, some random guy where he just like sits and they talk to each other and he writes funny scripts and has them talk and stuff. That would be fun. Trex was talking about getting the Disney Infinity figures and doing that too. Like, just like stupid stuff. Like,
If anything, I'll go to my cousins and borrow his because he has them all.
yeah. And has he got the Star Wars stuff yet?
Yeah, he has them all.
All the Star Wars stuff?
He has them all.
You get the PS4 bundle with Boba Fett?
I think so.
Ooh, yes.
He is a father with two kids who all into that stuff. He has every single Skylander
Oh.
out of all the series, and
Good
he's
grief.
well, yeah, he makes like 800 a week.
Even then, man.
Yeah, he spoils
That's a
he
lot.
spoils his kids, and he's a collector. And at the same time, I mean, he has the masterpiece collections of the Transformers of all of them.
Well, see, the thing about Disney Infinity figures is they all look really, really good. So even after the game's gone, the figures look great on the shelf, just by themselves.
Yeah.
So I've pretty much like stopped buying pop figures so I could get Disney Infinity stuff. I'm not really into the pop stuff that much anymore. I realize that I'm kind of phasing out of it. I'm not.
Because you're a grown ass man.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, exactly.
And
They just don't. They just kind of sit there. But I guess that's all your
For
other
now.
stuff does. But I don't know.
like
No, at night when he goes to sleep, they come alive.
you don't know.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
think it's.
that's what we should do. We should do a thing of my toys talking trash about me to each other.
Oh yeah.
This fat ass dude keeps touching us.
He doesn't even wash his hands.
He
Did
smells
you-
like pizza and Mountain Dew.
Why
Tell
does
me
he
I'm
put
wrong.
ketchup on everything?
Tell me I'm wrong.
It's not Mountain Dew. I don't really drink Mountain Dew much.
Oh,
anymore.
Code Red. Oh, I'm sorry. What is it?
Surge?
Surge or
I get a Surge crazy.
Kickstart?
I do drink a lot
That's a
of
Mountain
Kickstart
Dew.
now because it's only Kickstart's only 60 calories. And they
Stop
give-
counting.
You're right. Heather made these things yesterday or the other day, which they were like French dip rolls. They were like pretty much the French dip meat. I feel like she took all the cheese in the world, put them in the middle, and then wrapped them up in like a crescent roll. And I'm just like, this is literally going in my stomach, going like when I eat it, it's just gonna. They were so good though. Oh my god, they were so good. And she gets it from Pinterest, and like it's like I don't think people put healthy things on Pinterest. They're like, here's everything to make it fat, but they're so good.
I definitely found I went on Pinterest just for on the whim, and I found take crescent rolls, put mozzarella cheese, put some pepperoni in it, roll it up, get your homemade pizza rolls like the ones from Pizza Hut.
So,
They were
What?
delicious.
you know,
For on a whim or for the women?
On a whim.
Oh, okay.
On a whim.
I used to talk trash about dudes going on Pinterest, but there's a lot of like, I mean, if you go to Pinterest and just search Star Wars, like you'll be there all day.
I mean, I go there for cosplay stuff. So,
All
I mean,
day.
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff. It really is. Okay, so I guess Bennett, what'd you get for Force Friday?
Okay.
Nothing.
I don't know. I got
A broken lightsaber.
It's not broken. It's awesome. I got a Kylo Ren toy lightsaber. I got Black Series Rey and Finn. I tried to get Kylo Ren. I went to Target and I was just walking around. I couldn't decide what to get, and I needed to leave, so I went there. Came back like an hour later. Kylo Ren's were gone. But each time I met a different person and became friends with them in the short amount of time just through our love with Star Wars. Like the first time I got there, I met this guy named Nick. He's a pretty cool dude. He kind of looks like me. Like he kind of looks like me. Like we both go to the same college, but I've never met before. But we both grew up with Star Wars, and we were just like walking around. Like we went to check out the Legos. Then we like checked out the 12. And we heard that they had more stuff in the back, so we went back there and like literally we were just hanging out. Like people just meeting each other on the spot and just hanging out, becoming best friends or just good friends just for their love of Star Wars.
That's the point.
And it was all different kinds of age groups and genders like there that day. Like there was like a guy in his 60s and which means that when he was younger, he wasn't even a kid when he first saw Star Wars. He was probably in his like 20s, but he's still like that just shows you how like, powerful Star Wars is in people's lives. Is that there's no age limit, or it's not for any one type of person. It's for everybody, and anyone can identify with the stories that are being told. And so I think that's why Force Friday is like more than just a money grab.
It's definitely not just a money grab. There's some people that say that, but you go because you love it, and that's just how it goes.
You know what else is the money grab?
What?
Buying freaking ESPN's sports package.
That's true.
So there you go. You could be spending less money on either a ticket or going to like the restaurant and watching the game, but instead, oh yeah, I spent like $300 on this package or season passes. Like it's just money. Calm down. You spend money on stuff too.
Although, pretty much everyone in this room likes the prequel trilogy to an extent. Like, I mean, I love the prequel trilogy. I think it's because of our ages, because it's like what you grew up with. I know that this guy right here hates the prequel trilogy at the moment because he spent days, weeks, months going through the scenes and trying to make one movie out of all three. So he's watched the prequel trilogy probably more than I have. So,
Fucking Anakin.
but they showed a report from 1999 because all of the episode 1 toys launched like 2 weeks before the movie came out. They had like a Midnight Madness kind of like they did today. And you know, there's a lot of people out there that don't like the prequel trilogy episode 1 the most. And it was just kind of funny because there was a guy on there that was like, he goes, man, I just spent $300 on all these toys. It would be a real shame if I came out, as a terrible movie and I hated it walking out. And it's just really funny because it's like his age, he was like our age then, so he probably did hate it. And it's just like, it's just funny foreshadowing, like, because even the people doing the news report had no idea that it was gonna get that. But I've always liked it. I've always I was listening to this thing about George Lucas, and it blew people's minds, with Disney and Star Wars, and he was like, I based Jar Jar Binks off of Goofy, and everybody's like, he is like Goofy. Why do we hate him? And it's just, he's just like Goofy.
Yeah, why do we hate him?
He's
Because
not
he's
there.
out of place in Star Wars.
Well,
Amen.
And he's not lovable.
He's not there for us though.
not.
He's there for the children.
He was just the comedy aspect for the movies.
Elena watched that with someone with me, and she laughed hysterically at all the stuff Jar Jar Binks did. He wasn't there for people like us.
She's part of the problem.
Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon were there for people like us.
You're thinking people gonna die?
Metachlorians are there for people like us.
But I mean, at the same time, like when I first saw Star Wars, everybody loved R2D2 and C3PO. It was like you could have the way that they handled those two droids, like kids kids saw R2 as like the kid appeal character. He was there because of his humorous dynamic they had with C3PO, and they carried the story the first half of the first Star Wars. Like, I don't know, it's just like it's a way I always say that a kid movie doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be bad, or I don't want to phrase it like, if it's a kid movie, it needs to be able to be enjoyed by all. That's why the Pixar movies have gotten such a good reputation, is because they treat it as a movie, not as like a kid's film, but they make sure it's generally for all ages. But I don't think George Lucas, when he was making the prequel trilogy, he just thought kids. It was only thinking about kids.
Well, I personally don't hate episode 1. It's one of my favorite. And that might be because I was a kid when I watched it. I was like 12, 13. No, probably younger than that. 99? No, yeah, I was about 12, 13. So I didn't mind Jar Jar Binks at all. I fell for all that stuff, man. I was at Taco Bell getting the cups with the heads on them, and I still have them in a box somewhere.
Yeah, look at all these nasty.
No, I got all the soda
cans.
cans. Yeah, but
You should have opened them.
I don't know why I didn't. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I got all the Pepsi.
Open them now.
No.
Wait.
Only-
Those are unopened?
Let me leave. No, they're
Not
open.
anymore.
But only because they've been corroded from the inside out.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm just probably just gonna take that whole Tupperware thing and throw it away. Unfortunately,
They're not worth anything anymore.
they're not worth it.
Take a picture of it. That way you can remember it.
I already have a picture of them.
So.
Anyway, they were a great part of my collection for a long time, but now they're gone. So I've come to terms with that. Plus, I got I got all 5 of the 6-inch episode 7 Black Series figures. So until the next wave comes out, and I told her that I'm gonna get them all. And I'm just thinking there's gonna be a wave of 5. This is what I'm predicting. There's gonna be a wave of 5, which the next 5 we've already seen the list. What was it? It was Captain Phasma, Poe Dameron, 2 characters that they haven't talked about much, and somebody else.
Zarian.
Oh, and a trooper. It was Snow Trooper. Yeah. I think we'll see another wave after the movie launches of all the legacy characters like Luke and Leia and Han.
3PO.
Well, I don't know. We got Chewbacca in this wave.
Yeah, but with the next wave after that, we don't get C3PO. So I assume they come with the original.
I would hope that 3PO and R2D2 come together.
That would probably be it, because BB-8 came with Rey.
But,
You don't think so? I can take on your money. Yeah, BB-8 did come over. Right?
Oh, maybe.
So, all right, and I think we're the only four that got stuff for Force Friday, right? What'd you get for Force Friday, Trex?
I got working at a job and a podcast that day.
And complaining on Facebook.
And complaining on Facebook because I was not at Dragon Con.
Oh, that's right, yeah. And,
The only thing that really interests me is the saber builders.
Saber builders does look cool. Showtime and I were talking about that today.
We might have to buy it because last time episode 3 came out, I won the lightsaber fight from the top of the the theater all the way to the bottom.
There was some chick, I think it was a girl, right?
Yeah,
like waving her saber around. This is what we hadn't been friends that long. It was when me and Showtime first started like becoming really close friends. It was me, Showtime, and our friend Eric, and the chick was waving her saber around, and it was my birthday right around that time, and so they went and he bought me a saber for my birthday, and they each bought themselves one, so we all had a episode 3 saber. And he was waiting, and I was just like, "Hey man, go show her up, handle that business." He's like, "Okay," and he just jumps up out of the chair.
Wait! You're forgetting the 4 other people I had to fight to get down there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
each level had 2 people fighting on them, and you fought the winner.
He just like took out everybody, and I'll never forget that jump off the wall.
I didn't jump off the wall. I jumped in span, and I landed right behind her, and I slashed her leg. She was like, "All right, I'm good." I also used my drill team skills when I flipped it around. Remember, everyone was like, "Oh!" I was pretty awesome.
I met someone.
I'm kidding, everybody. It was pretty lame.
It was funny though. It was funny for me to watch. It was just good.
We should have videotaped that.
We totally should have videotaped that. We're definitely going to document our episode 7 viewing for sure. It's going to be fun. I believe I met someone who was in that theater and who talked about the guy who was jumping around with a saber up front, taking a girl out.
Yeah,
and I was like,
he was like, "I wish I was that guy."
Wait, what
that guy was cool.
I wish he was my
at
friend.
Walmart.
Yeah, maybe it was you I was talking to about it.
I was there, yeah, because that was the first. That was like one of the first ever movies I saw opening night.
Do you remember him jumping?
I remember someone fighing with lightsabers.
Yeah, you're
there
welcome.
That night. Yeah.
See, it was.
You're welcome, buddy. That's my skill.
Stop it.
Yes,
Oh god.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ben, Ben, what are you, like, 8 when that
I must have blown your mind.
I was 9.5.
Oh, we should have taken our wing then.
I should have handed you the lightsaber and like, this is yours now. Carry on my fight.
You're my Padawan. I will show you the ways of the Force.
But no,
Where would I be today, though?
You would probably be really badass.
Yeah, that's right.
Look at me.
Yeah, this is completely off the subject, like not even related to Star Wars, but this made me think of something. When I was 18, I had an opportunity to like become what is it? An apprentice for some guy who fixes fridges. And I was just like, what if I had taken that apprenticeship? Like, would I be like Stevie B, the fridge fixer? Like, is that what I'd be right now? Like, I just wonder how different my life would be.
Did he make a bunch of money?
I have no idea. That's what I'm saying. Like, I could be like getting paid right now. Like, I have no idea what my life would be like right now if I had taken that fridge apprenticeship. And my dad was so mad. He's like, I had to hook up for you. And I was like, I'm not going to fix fridges, Dad. I'm going to work at GameStop. Like,
yeah. Think about that, because I had the opportunity to stay in Iowa to be the store manager at my GameStop if I didn't come back to Columbia.
That was a good choice. Now GameStop's one of the most hated stores in
I
like,
don't know
all of
why.
America.
Why is that hated?
Well, I read this thing on Kotaku about these like self-submitted stories from people who like bought stuff from there, and they're pretty messed up. And I don't think it's necessarily GameStop's like issue. Granted, there are sometimes rip you off with like trade-in and stuff like that, but everything they were talking about was just the people that worked there.
Yeah,
and it's these. One person described it pretty well. The person who has like super greasy hair, looks like they don't shower, and like is just super angry about everything.
So like Kyle. Remember Kyle?
Sure, I don't remember.
Okay.
Bad things I tend to not remember. I'm just kidding. But no, I get what he's talking about. They're just so aggravating. And there was one of them that was complaining because he got asked a million questions. It was that one employee who was like trying to be way above. One person even described it the perfectly example. Remember when I got gypped out of Employee of the Week or Month?
Yeah.
Because that one person worked one shift and did one transaction. and got a reserve and a sub on it, so he was 100% across the board.
Yeah.
I had done like 1 million transactions, and it was like 15 and 6 for reserves and subscriptions, and
that was bullshit.
I was second place because I didn't have the same numbers he did.
That's the one thing I really hated. Is like you could do one transaction and it would just be that sub and reserve. You get 100%, and you're the other person having to do every other transaction. Those numbers sucked.
I didn't even think about it. I just tried to do my best, and then I got fucked for it. You know?
Yeah,
Not really.
I ended up taking a way with it to where, like, you know, they say to ask everybody. I didn't really ask everybody. It's like you can generally tell if someone like is into it. I just kind of took that route. I got good numbers that way. I don't know. It was tough.
You gotta read the room. Some people are just like, hey, so you want this warranty? Do you want this? Do you want that? I was like, dude, he obviously is looking at like he wants to like cut your throat right now. You should probably just bring him out and move him out of the store.
Yeah. Preach knows what we're talking about.
Preach was good at getting subs.
Yeah, but you understand what I'm saying, right?
Oh.
I was great at getting subs.
Those reservations we sucked at.
Well, it's because we worked at the biggest
Basic training installation.
Yeah.
And
So anybody that was there for 2 weeks. You can't pre-order games when people are only there
The
for 2
good
weeks.
thing that people like though to hear is you tell somebody, oh, never mind, it's not worth it for you. You know, they're like, hey, you come here to spend at least $50 a month? No? All right, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to tell you about the GameStop card. You get 10% off if you do it over the year, blah, blah, blah. You're like, oh, no, I want that now. You're like, oh, no, I'm not good enough for it, huh? Okay, you can have it if you want it. That's not how it works, but like they trust you because you're not like just trying to get subs. You're telling them honestly, maybe it wouldn't be a good idea for you to purchase this.
Okay, so there's a toy. I don't think it's out yet of Kylo Ren that I wanted to talk about because it's kind of plot spoilery, but not really. Like there's a talking Kylo Ren and he says lines from the movie. It's the first time you hear Kylo Ren, like his voice. And if you ever played the Old Republic, it sounds like. He pretty much sounds like if you play a Sith character, you could put a mask on. It's pretty much simulated that way. It's not like Darth Vader was like, breathing and stuff. But I wanted to play it real quick, kind of like how we did Heather the other day. We put it on the mic. I try to get it on there. It's a video from IGN, and I got a commercial going on. So talk amongst yourselves while I get this commercial plays.
I'm hoping Aftermath and Lost Stars have Kylo Ren in it because I want him to be established as a bad guy. Because right now, hearing this voice. He sounds like he could be turned to a good guy.
They're not going to establish him because of his lineage. He's obviously Han and Leia's kid, but they're not going to reveal that to the movie.
How do you know that?
Well, I mean, I don't know that, but I do know that. I mean,
how? What led you to this conclusion?
There's a lot of
see his face.
There's a lot of what?
Well, I'm pretty sure that Rey is definitely the daughter of them two.
Right.
And one of the lines he says is,
well, I'm gonna stop it between each line as you talk about it.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
Okay, so
That can mean anything.
Huh?
That can mean anything.
Yeah,
he may have just gotten the McGriddle to come back in outer space.
The McRib is back!
Oh, well, that's a video.
Yeah.
Don't look at me. Do not look at me.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time. The McRib and I shall rule the galaxy. Every Death Star has a McDonald's on it.
Let me make a note.
You can seriously make a note.
I'm making a note.
I'll rebuy toys, dude. I'll rebuy toys that we can unbox and do videos with like this.
I'll buy the McGriddle. Or the
McRib.
Oh, yeah, and have it.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time, too. It's Shamrock Shakes are back.
The pumpkin spice!
Yeah!
I have a pumpkin spice.
That'll be Finn's voice. Like, I don't know what to do. Everything is pumpkins.
So true. All right, that's the next one.
True. You're just a scavenger.
That's
All right. He says, "Is it true? You're just a scavenger." And to me, that's a brother talking to his sister. Like, this is what you become, a scavenger.
Yeah.
You know, because
Well, at least I'm not wearing a fucked up looking mask.
at least we're not obsessed with our dead grandfather. Weirdo.
That I never
Yeah,
met.
you never met. He died way before we were born.
Hey, whose son is he supposed to be?
Han and Leia's.
Oh.
Ray and Kylo are
I'm
supposed to be-
pretty sure. Yeah, Ray and Kylo Ren are the
Solo
Solo twins.
Right. So you're saying Han's dead now?
No,
No.
Oh.
grandfather. Darth Vader.
Is Hans...
Leia.
Leia's.
Oh, that's right, Leia. I forgot. Oh, man, I'm really doing bad at this right now.
Yeah, you okay. So that was pretty obvious for me. Because a lot of people are like, she's using the Force and saying you're just a scavenger. And it's like, no, he's like disappointed that they both have the Force and his sister's become nothing but a scavenger. That's how I took that.
You see this robot? I want to be a scavenger.
I got BB-8.
Don't be afraid.
Alright, don't be afraid. Could be anything. I'm going to rewind a little bit because it's too quick. Don't be afraid. Could be anything. He could be talking to anybody. Alright, what I'm hoping is that's why when he's got his saber into Han's chest.
Or
Don't be afraid.
He's got his McRib. Someone's like, I've never had one before. It's like, don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. Just put fries on it. It's delicious.
Be afraid. I feel it too.
McRib!
He said, "I feel it too." So that's obvious. I feel it in the Force. Some people,
big rib coming back.
because some people are saying that he's not Force sensitive at all, and like he built the saber and stuff, and he's just. But I don't think that's true. Like I don't think that's how that works.
I mean, they say in the bio that he's Force sensitive.
That's true. On the back of the box, right? Yeah. So let me shut up. All right, next one.
You know what I've come for.
All right, you know what?
Luke's
What we gotta do is switch out the Anakin Luke lightsaber for a McRib.
You're not gonna get this, McRib.
That's the entire MacGuffin of the movie is the McRib. It's just like.
But he's that to me is obviously talking about the lightsaber because it's all about finding Anakin and Luke's old lightsaber that got cut off at the end of Empire Strikes Back.
Right, what was the line he just said?
You know what I've come for.
Oh,
You
okay.
know what I've come for. Gross, by the way.
Don't fight it.
He's talking about eating the McRib against himself.
Don't fight it, just eat it.
Yeah, that could mean anything too. That's a pretty open-ended. He might be trying to turn somebody or kill somebody. I don't know.
You know you can't. I'm immune to the light.
That I like the most because it's like I'm immune to the light. It's like
You think
Would you like
darkness
to?
is your ally?
And that was, would you like to switch out your fries for apple slices? Yes, no. I'm immune to the light. Give me those fries that are bad for me.
all right. So this episode should be titled "The McGuffin" because it's MacGuffin.
Yeah,
The McGuffin. All right.
That weapon is mine.
That sandwich is mine.
You know what he's talking about there, right? Against that lightsaber, yeah. He sounds mad too. That weapon is mine, and I think that maybe that's like right when
When like Finn, like you remember in the new trailer, like it shows Finn running his lightsaber the same place where Kylo ignites his. I think like right after that they ignite it. He's like, that weapon is mine. They get into a big scene, like or fight scene. It looks like they're the same planet.
Together, we will destroy the Resistance and the Last Jedi.
that is
The
very
Last Jedi?
that's very revealing because together we will destroy the Resistance and the Last Jedi. So that pretty much confirms that there is no other Jedi. That the Jedi Order has not been reformed like it was in the expanded universe. That's the most selling thing, is that
Luke
is
the last
legitimately
Jedi.
the Last Jedi.
And Finn is probably who he's going to teach.
Well, it's called The Force Awakens. You know, it's been an awakening, the dark side and the light. So, this is just my general Stevie B prediction, and I have a lot of these, is that somehow the Emperor or turned off the Force in the galaxy, so no more Jedi.
There was no balance. Like
Yeah.
once he died, it was an imbalance. So I mean, I guess might have, yeah.
So no more Jedi. There's because Luke was born before all that. So now they did something after the children were born to where there are no more Jedi now, and they can't be born, and everybody's not linked to the Force. And Kylo Ren is he's after the saber and stuff to bring back the Force. Maybe he doesn't have the Force, and that's the point of the story is he's trying to break it, and that's what happens in The Force Awakens is that the Force shut up. The Force comes back, and then there's a bunch of Jedi, and then in the next movie we'll have a bunch of Jedi being trained and stuff like that. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be something along those lines. But that really just completely annihilates the expanded universe. Just takes a big old dump on these.
Well, I thought they said they weren't going off that anyway.
They're not, but
they took what they wanted out of it to use it, and that was it.
Yeah, they
like
just,
the solo twins, that was definitely out of it. So,
but their names are was it Jaina and what are the solo twins' names?
They were different.
Jason and Jaina, I think.
Yeah.
It
wasn't Kylo.
Yeah. I want to hear Finn's because those are funny.
They are really funny. I don't have Finn's pulled up.
Pull it up.
Who's the voice of Kylo Ren? Do they?
It's Adam Driver.
He's playing it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's from
Oh, that was it.
that HBO show.
All right, talk some more about the books while I find
What HBO
the
show?
Finn.
I read the spoilers of the books online.
Yeah.
Lena Dunham
I didn't
TV
wanna-
show
I didn't
that
wanna-
she does.
Yeah, don't tell me about them because I'm excited to read them.
Dang
I
it.
mean, it's not really spoilers, but it's just stuff that tells you
What's it about?
about.
It's nothing. It's pretty much Sex and the City, basically.
Wow.
What are y'all talking about?
Lena Dunham.
Where Adam Driver. Was
Yeah, Lena Dunham's TV show on HBO. Can't remember the name of it.
I'm probably not gonna get to read the books until probably after the
Girls.
after the movie comes out.
Okay. They also have Captain Phasma. I'm not going to play that, though, because it's really just generic trooper talk, where it's like, submit your weapon for inspection, like, attack this people over there. Like, it's not... but here is... There's probably going to be another ad that plays, too.
Yeah, I got 3 books to read for one class, and I got to keep up with the readings for my other classes. So I'm probably not gonna get to read them until after. But yeah, I'm excited for them. These are gonna be the first big books I've read, like thick books I've read, because I never read the Harry Potter series. So they're not. I mean, they're not on Harry Potter's level. I'm not gonna pretend. Hope no one get mad. I'm not saying that. It's just
They're better
this is
than
the
Harry
closest. They're better. Tarkin is not better. Well, Tarkin was good. Tarkin was better than A New Dawn. A New Dawn, was the one that sets up Rebels, but it didn't really set anything up. It just said how they met, and that's it. It didn't set up any relationships or anything like that.
What?
This is a thing, and I'm scared of this world.
McRib Locator? Most recent sightseeing?
It's like a Dragon Ball radar.
Oh my god.
That's so funny.
It's because each McDonald's has the option to do it, but they don't have to. So it's basically people pinging like, "Hey, found the McRib here."
That's so funny. All right, so this is Finn's stuff.
My name's Bennet, and I'm in charge now.
I think that's
Ooh.
when he's still a stormtrooper.
The name is Finn, and I'm in charge now.
Yeah, I think that either that or that's when he's first meeting Rey. I think he's trying to get away from the Empire, but not the Empire, the First Order, and he's on that planet. He doesn't know who to trust or how to really function as just a regular person. So he gets to Jakku, and I think he might be like a bar, kind of a similar bar like Mos Eisley, where Rey is, and he kind of just shows up there, and he's just he's trying to introduce himself, or
I run this show.
Or, and just hear me out. He just got promoted to manager
I was just
at McDonald's, and he's pulling
gonna bring back the McRib.
and he's pulling up that meme. But look at me, I'm the captain now.
wow.
Sorry.
Now he's screaming it mostly. Just give you a heads up.
We go back to Jakku, we die.
they're on the Falcon. And
We go back to Jakku, we die, and that also solidified because people are like, it's really Tatooine. They're pulling a what's the character in the second Star Trek movie?
Khan.
Yeah, it's they're pulling the Khan where he's saying it's not Khan. They're saying it's not Tatooine. It's really Tatooine. I don't think that's the case. I think it's really a planet called Jakku, and this confirms it. They would have put a toy out that says Jakku.
So ready for that beta. I'm sorry.
I know. They wouldn't put out a toy that says we have to go back to Jakku if it's really Tatooine. So I think that sums up that Jakku is really a planet, and that this isn't one of those games he plays with us.
misinformation.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Tatooine shows up.
I know, right? So, all of a sudden, toy comes out and says Tatooine. What? But if you have the toy that says Jakku, it's going to go for $10 billion on eBay. So,
Stay low, put up the shields.
stay.
Something shields.
Yeah, I don't know.
I heard seals, so
Okay, right.
We need cover, quick.
We need cover quick is fighting, so it's not.
FN 2187. I don't know what to do. I never should have rescued you.
I find that.
and here comes Shia LaBeouf. Just do it!
Just do it.
Have you seen the one where like they replace Yoda with him and for the?
Oh my god, that was
Strikes
hilarious.
Back?
I think that first one where he's yelling at numbers and letters that's like his stormtrooper.
Yeah, that's his operating number. I'll remember this. What's your operating number? It's 1142. Eat my ass. Look at
And the other one, I don't know what to do. We have no idea what that's from. Like, he's just yelling.
It could be any one of those scenes that we see him freaking out in the trailer.
They
like
fix that a lot.
He wakes up on Jakku.
I don't know what to do. Like, look, my shit crashed.
The fry maker breaks down.
Yeah.
We're out of McRibs.
But I never should have rescued you, as I think a reference to Poe Dameron, because in the stuff they showed behind the scenes at the reel they showed at Comic-Con, it showed a trooper taking Poe Dameron into a cell when the trooper is probably Finn.
Yeah.
And he might not even be taking him into a cell. He might be taking him out of it to get him out. So I think he's pissed. Something happened with Poe Dameron. I think Poe Dameron's going to be like the breakout, like the sexy guy from like the Han Solo of
Your
the.
video paused.
Oh, it messed up. The video's messed up. Perfect. Does it all the time.
Yay.
That's fine. I'll just put the auto on at the end. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh wow.
No worries.
Oh, it's
back.
back.
Oh, it's back?
Yay.
Yay! Remember 5620, huh? Okay.
Good luck, bro.
Thank you. Let's see what else it says.
Listen, I've had a pretty messed up day.
Well, that's any day in the Star Wars universe.
No.
Listen, I've had a pretty messed up day. It would be messed up, so I got kicked out of the source.
The fry maker broke. 3 people showed up to work pregnant.
And I could be the father of any of them.
Damn. There's a sex video on the McGriddle station. What the?
Live from the Death Star 3, it's the Maury Show! So yeah, I wanted to share that too, because it's sort of toy related a little bit. It's a big deal. Like, those lines are a big thing. Like, now we know, like, the Jedi Order's eradicated. Like, there's no Jedi. Luke is legitimately the last Jedi. And now, so what's going to happen is, and Finn's, just because Finn's wielding that lightsaber, that doesn't necessarily mean
Anything.
he's
Means
a
he could have picked it up.
But you did make a good point, though, because we found the Monopoly board. I didn't buy it, but when we were in Target, we saw the Monopoly board. And it's a weird version of Monopoly. Like, it wasn't real Monopoly. It was only 4 players. I was going to get it, but
The hell?
I wanted, like, and it was a circle board. I wanted a legit Monopoly. I didn't want this. It's just, it wasn't cool.
It's Monopoly, but it's completely different looking. It's
Death
great.
Star looking.
No, it was really bright. And so, I don't know. It was, but the figures
characters.
were Darth Vader, Anakin.
Darth Vader, Luke
Oh,
Skywalker.
Luke, I said Anakin, sorry.
You don't?
Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker,
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren, and Finn.
So it's like the the bad guys and the good guys of the Force wielders is what it seems like. So,
What I pointed out to him is I was like, Luke Skywalker, Jedi, Darth Vader, Sith, Kylo Ren, Sith, and then you just have Finn standing there with a blaster. Why would he be in this game? He doesn't stand a chance unless he is training or something.
Yeah.
Or he's been found to have Force powers.
Or they're trying to throw us all off in the marketing by showing that Finn's gonna be the Jedi when it's really gonna be Rey.
or maybe they both are. Like maybe the second movie is about them becoming Jedi together. You know what I mean? Like that's what it could be. Because the movies in general, not just Star Wars movies, but everybody, there's not a strong female lead, and I think that's what they're going for with this. They also do it. They're doing it in the first. It's not an anthology anymore. It's a Star Wars story, Rogue One. Like I can't remember the actress's name.
Felicity Jones.
Yeah, Felicity Jones is. Do you remember her character's name?
They haven't released her name.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's Sabine.
No, it's not Sabine.
I wish it was. I wish Sabine would be like her and Hera deserve their own movies because they're pretty awesome in the Rebels.
So, but they're leading that, and that's gonna be different. That's gonna be the Star Wars you watch, and you have to get like a mindset to, because they got people like from the Hurt Locker and working on it. Like all the Black Hawk Down military movies.
That'll
and
be
stuff.
cool.
Plus the trailer for it is like it's kind of weird too. Like after it shows the Death Star, it's just a bunch of soldiers screaming and like they're like freaking the hell out. Like it sounds like really like it's gonna be like an actual like they're saying like the director said he's gonna put the war in Star Wars, and like there's not gonna be focused on any Jedi. There's gonna be Vader, but there's not gonna be any Jedi.
Yeah, Vader's in the movie, and the rumor is they're hiring a Tarkin lookalike to be Tarkin. And that Steven Stanton is the guy that does the voice for Tarkin.
Vader's going to be in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Cad Bane is too apparently.
Yeah, Cad
Dang,
Bane.
really?
Cad Bane is in the movie. That's been established. Cad Bane is a crazy cool bounty hunter on the Clone Wars the show. You should watch. I know you're debating watching Clone Wars.
Is that the guy with the top hat?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
No, not the top hat, but the cowboy hat. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Because it's how the rebels steal the Death Star planet. It takes place right before Episode 4. So Darth Vader, I think it's going to be Darth Vader sending out the bounty hunters to go capture this renegade group of rebels. And there's a rumor that one of the guys, and I sent Bennett a picture. The only thing they're showing is one character still of them all in costume, and they're all sitting in like a bunker. It almost looks like a Yavin 4 bunker. And one of the characters has a striking resemblance to Biggs Darklighter from the first movie. He's got the same haircut. He's got the same facial hair. He looks a lot alike. What are you doing? We're trying to record a podcast. Didn't you yell at him for that last time?
This
And then you're sitting here
has
giggling
the
with him.
term anal fisting porn star legend.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so and they said there's going to be. And they said there's going to be some connection to the older movies in it, so I think having a small character in a bigger role would work. So, I don't know. I said it to Bennett, and Bennett was like, well, his hair's a little bit different, so I don't think so. He just ruined me. Thanks, Bennett.
I agree with
People
you.
get haircuts.
Yeah,
I agreed with you though.
I just don't think I don't know. It's just like
matters more.
like if you have like that if you have that character, you're not and you establish that he's gonna be in New Hope, like and he's gonna be like a major character. You're not gonna really care about him. Like because like, you know what's going to happen to him in like a year from now in the Star Wars canon.
He's got a little bit of a point because remember I told you about reading the Star Wars books. Like I know these people are still alive, or I know these people are dead at this point, or whatever.
Yeah.
So like when they were like, "Oh, they're chasing after Count Dooku," I was like, "Well, they're not going to catch him because I know he's going to survive."
Yeah, but
Yeah, you know when he's going to... It's like I'm watching the Clone Wars, and like right now it's all about General Grievous. They're always trying to get Grievous. And I'm like, well, I know they're not going to get him. And if they do, they don't keep him because I know who kills him. I'm like, so can we just get on with this?
well, it's a whole group, and you know that Biggs will survive, but that's it. That's all you got. Is Biggs.
I do want to see it for the rest of them though. And if they're definitely going to do like a Black Hawk Down route. As long as they don't go that stealth. Is that what the movie called? Stealth? As long as they don't go that route.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the whole thing's gonna. And I schooled somebody because they were like, "Well, you know, there's gonna be dead Bothans," and I was like, "Nah, man.
They don't die till we're Jedi.
Yeah,
More
this is the return of the Jedi. The Bothans get involved. They're the dog creatures, dog aliens. Is there any Bothans in the movies? Has there ever been did they ever actually show Bothans?
No.
I don't
Many
think.
Bothans died to get this information.
But we don't know what the Bothans are. I mean, it might have been in the Clone Wars. Has there ever been a Bothan in the Clone Wars?
I don't remember. I don't pay attention. I'm not.
Oh.
I don't look for that kind of stuff. I'm not racist or speciesist.
Okay. Well, Heather and Lane are home, so we'll call it there. That was our Force Friday stuff. And so that's it.
I'm just ready to see the movie.
Aren't we all? That's kind of where we're at.
I'm ready for Battlefront the game.
That's right.
Oh, yes, that too.
All right, so we have some more coverage on Force Friday. We'll do a couple more things. You got the video for me and Preach on the YouTube channel, so check that out. I'll put all the links below in the information. All right, and I'm Stevie B.
Beth.
Showtime.
Trex.
Hit it.
Preach.
And we're Nerds Apocalypse, and we're out.